One very special memory that I have in the Armsteads Hall is that three of us in the prayer ministry, we really wanted to come together to worship God, to really connect with Him on a very deep level, and we had such a good time agreeing that this was what we wanted to do and what actually God wanted us to do. And out of that agreement was born something called the Prayer and Praise. I believe it was about 2 years ago when that happened, and successively more and more people started coming in as we threw out the invite. And I guess it's now become a drive in the church, for people to really seek His heart, know Him better, know our plans and purposes for the kingdom, and get fresh revelation from God. So it all happened in this room, of course, before COVID came along. It still continues. We have it on Zoom. When the church opened up a little bit, we did come back. Yeah. So this room has a very special memory for me.
Coming back to church, the sanctuary meant a lot. It's a place where you can actually see a lot of people gathering, and the function of it is really to fellowship and worship God at the same time. I think because of COVID, that's the biggest component that I felt I really miss a lot. I remember I was at home singing. I sang at the top of my voice, and I just felt very weird, like maybe the neighbors would hear it or not. It just felt very strange that we're doing it on our own. But I try to do it because I remind myself that I may be singing out alone, but I'm really singing to God.
Every time there was something that happened and seniors are not allowed to meet, cannot have so many people, so at least 2-3 times we had to shelve our plans. And we want to do online with the seniors, but not all are tech savvy. We all decided, okay, we will divide the list of those who attend S4G and we'll call them every week to find out how they are coping. We wanted to find out if they could access the online service, if they had any problem marketing, whether there are people, family members helping them. So that's what we did. And I think they were very pleasantly surprised.
Meeting a small group is more important right now because right now maybe everyone is working in alone at home, that kind of thing. Being in a community and supporting each other, I think is even more important now.
It's the cell group that keeps going when you can't see the rest of the congregation, when you can't see the rest of the people. So I think that also try to encourage each other. Okay, we are still there, the church is still going on. Have you watched the online service? So all this is keeping the spiritual life alive.
I think we've grown quite a lot. Even during the pandemic, having to do things on Zoom, it's challenges that you never expect you will have. Like not being able to dance together to music because of the lag. Not being able to see who is in time and who's out of time and tweak all our steps. And I think the biggest challenge now is how to simplify things so that everybody can keep up.
Of course, technology is one part that we have to learn, we have to adapt to. And I think it's a great learning experience, that without this pandemic, we will probably never learn BandLab. And you learn that you can actually do some recordings, We don't have to practice all together, but we can actually hear one another. So I think it's a great, technology that we all have to adapt and learn.
Because of this COVID and home-based learning, I had the opportunity to reach out to some parents in my estate and open up my home to invite their children over so that the parents can get a breather while I just entertain the kids in my home and help them with home-based learning. So I think it is a practical ministry in that sense, extending our home with the heart of God, with compassion, right? And meeting a need where there is one.
Over the course of all the lessons, we've been teaching the children to love God, love others. And to us, it was a very good time for us to actually put them to practice. So we actually sent out a message to all the parents to ask them to help think of something that they can engage their children to do, and just snap us a photo so we could actually compile it into a video. I think the kids would have fun, and the crux is to allow the parents and the children to do something together, to understand and give their parents the opportunity to explain to them why they are doing it, and do it in a more application-based manner where not just behind the lessons itself. We teach the words and stuff, but here they are really applying it to their life, and hopefully, I think our intention is to make it a habitual thing for the children.
Everything can be online. It's something new, but it actually helps us to reach out to people. Like sometimes I take the Grab, and then I would talk to some Grab drivers that, I'm going for my church Bible study or something like that. And they will usually ask, which church. I say, do check it out. We are on YouTube, so why not? So it's a way of evangelism as well. Yeah.
I think there's something very special when everybody in the world can access your videos, and a lot of people in the world have accessed the videos. I think the worship ministry, the recordings, the singing, the virtual choirs, they have been accessed and used by other churches overseas as well. So I think there's something very special about the world coming together and churches coming together to appreciate each other's forms of worship and also to use each other's forms of worship. So this new normal, I think, challenges us quite a little bit more to really think very deeply about the stories that we're telling, about how we can reach the smallest person the furthest away.